Today we're learning the cursive uppercase and lowercase m. Now, it's very important because it's closely related to the N that you realize that the M has an extra hill in it. If you only do one hill, then it becomes the cursive N, as you'll see in my demonstration. So let's start with the uppercase. If you look here, you can see you start at the top of the fence, do a little loop, and down to the ground. You're going to bounce. So when you get down to the ground, you're going to bounce back up, do your hoop at the top of the fence, bounce back down and up. It's like you're bouncing, like you're a ball bouncing down to the ground and up. So do your loop at the top of the fence, down to the ground and bounce back up, down to the ground and bounce back up, down to the ground and done. Loop at the top of the fence, to the ground, bounce back up, all the way to the top, down to the ground, bounce back up, down to the ground, and bounce to an angle. Beautiful. Now the lowercase m, I'm going to show you most of the time this goes all the way down. So it looks like there's 3 hills. So generally in a cursive M, you're going to see those 3 hills unless the M starts the word off. So we're going to start in the middle between the ground and the middle of the fence, up to the ground, down, bounce off the ground, to the middle, down, bounce off the ground, to the middle, down, and up. Now notice the difference between the lowercase and the uppercase is the lowercase only goes to the middle of the fence. So if you make yours too high, your teacher might think that you're doing an uppercase M. So you need to make sure that if this letter shows you going to the middle of the fence, that you go to the middle of the fence. Or if you go to the upper part of the fence, the top of the fence, make sure you show that. So most of the time in a word, you'll start down at the ground, middle of the fence, down, bounce, middle of the fence, bounce, middle of the fence, and up. And that is the lowercase m. So here is some words, moon and mouth. So if you notice, we're going to start our M, down to the ground, bounce, down to the ground, bounce, down to the ground, up into our O. We're going to loop around at the middle of the fence to our O, loop around at the middle of the fence, and into an N. And if you notice, the N has 2 hills. The M has 3. That's the difference. Now go ahead and practice that as many times as you can fit on the line. You also have the practice word mouth, and milk is in the mug for a practice sentence.